What's good, family? Welcome back to another video. In this video, I'm going to be answering a subscriber's question. He goes by the name of Ali114, I think. But his question was, how do you deal with toxic family members? Now, when you break down that question, how to deal with toxic family members. Deal. When you're saying, how do I deal with somebody? You're basically saying, how do I make this experience more tolerable for myself? How can I find a middle ground with this person? How can I find a common ground? How can I get through to this person? How can both parties be satisfied, right? So when you're saying, how do I deal? How do you deal with toxic family members? Toxic. Now what do you mean toxic? Because when I think of toxic, I think of manipulation, gaslighting, calling names, things of that nature. So if you're asking me how to deal with that, I'm going to tell you right now, I'm not going to lie to you. Me personally, I've never personally had any toxic family members. I've never really there's been stints where I've been through toxic situations, but it's not like a overwhelming, just being engulfed every single day with toxic energy. Like, that's just not how my household is. And I understand, that's not how everybody's household is. Everybody has a different household situation. Everybody has, different set of parents, different set of siblings. So there's so many different factors that go into this. But if I can offer you my best advice, here is what I can offer to you, right? My best advice would be to limit the amount of conversations that you have with whoever that toxic family member is. Limit your interactions, limit your conversations, avoid making eye contact with that person, and just stay in your own room, stay in your own bubble, just stay out the way and focus on yourself. I know there's only so much you can do because you live in the same house with this person. So avoiding them is not going to be that easy. You just have to try your best to limit your interactions and, just stay out the way. One thing that I like to remind myself is that I tell myself this: there is nobody in this world that should have control over the way you feel besides yourself. What do I mean? If I'm feeling so good, if I'm feeling on cloud nine, I'm just, I'm in my mojo, I feel great, I'm just walking with my chest out. Somebody says something to me that they're intending to bring me down, they're intending to dim my light, they're attempting to, see me be upset. Let's say that person says something. I gotta really tell myself, yo, you're still in this good ass mood. Why would you let one comment ruin your whole day? Why would you let 10 seconds ruin 24 hours or 12 hours, right? Why would you let that happen? And that's something I like to remind myself. There's nobody that should have control over the way you feel, control over your emotions besides yourself. If I want to feel mad, I can flip that switch. There's not going to be anybody else, no outside influences that's going to flip that switch for me. I am in control of my emotions. I am in control of the way I feel. If somebody can make me mad, or if somebody can make me sad, or if somebody can do whatever, then in that moment, that person's controlling me. They're controlling the way I feel. And that's just how it is, right? So that's something that I always like to remind myself. It's easier said than done. This is something that I constantly have to remind myself this. I don't always remember this, but when I do feel like I'm on edge a little bit, I remind myself, hey, this is your energy. This is your emotions. You can control it. Nobody else can have an influence on it. They can try to make you mad. They can try to make you sad, but you are the one that controls your emotions, nobody else. So I hope that's able to help you. You know, whether it's somebody trying to say something toxic to you to bring you down, just in one ear, out the other. Just let it go and just keep moving and understand, like, this is another thing that I like to remind myself. And a lot of a lot of navigating life is just understanding things. And understanding this is, it's like people that are going to try to bring you down and say something negative towards you, they're saying that because they're reflecting to you how they feel about themselves on the inside. Subconsciously, they just don't realize it. So when they see you doing something that they've always wanted to do, like let's say somebody sees you snowboarding, right? They see you snowboarding, they're like, hey, that person can snowboard. And they start talking shit to you like, yo, dude, you can't even snowboard. Like, don't even get on a snowboard. You can't even go down a hill, this, that, and the third, just talking shit to you. That person is only saying that because he wants to ride a snowboard and he knows he can't, so he wants to put others down because he wants to reinforce his belief system. You know what I'm saying? So take that into account. Understand those two things. As far as any other advice to avoid toxic family members, how to deal with them, um, this is optional. You don't have to, but I would ask questions. Ask questions. There's nothing wrong with asking questions. There's nothing wrong with asking somebody why they feel the way they feel. There's nothing wrong with asking somebody, what their philosophy is on life. There's nothing wrong with asking people questions. Just ask questions. If there's somebody in your family that's disagreeing with you, just say, hey, I understand you disagree, but can you tell me why you disagree? Or if somebody's trying to uh take away something from you, or say, oh, I don't know, like, example, let's say you're meditating, right? And your family member sees you outside, they're like, yo, what are you doing? Why are you meditating? Like, what? This is stupid. Like, you look dumb. Just be like, have you ever even tried it? Like, do you even know the benefits? Do you even know? Like, ask questions. Ask questions. Like, really test people's spirit. Really get to know somebody's spirit. Really get to know, like, and as you ask questions, right? As you start to ask these things, you start to kind of pry them open. You kind of start to see them for what they are. Like, not to a complete extent, but you kind of see, like, all right, this person's kind of insecure, and all of those negative comments that he made about me was from a place of insecurity. So as you keep talking to that person, you're going to start to realize, like, they're saying things out of, like, they're not even consciously speaking. They're just blurting things out just because. So that being said, I'm trying to think if there's anything else. Go on walks, right? Go on walks. If there's something that I've learned these past 2 years, is that going on walks really clears the mind. There's something about going through something stressful at home, going through something stressful at work, and just putting everything down and just walking outside and realizing, like, how big the world is and how small you are. And then even taking that a step further, you realize there's so many people in the world with, everybody has their own set of problems, and you start to realize how small your problems are. You start to realize how small you are in comparison to the rest of the world. And it's just a humbling experience. It's really humbling when you think about it. And I don't know, that's just what helps me. Going outside, taking a walk, clearing my mind, just recalibrating, just talking to myself, asking how my day was, things like that. That helps me. I hope that's able to help you. Um, Let me see if there's anything else. Try to make new friends, right? Um, I don't know what your situation is. I don't know if you're able to leave the house. I don't know if you're, locked in. I don't know if, I don't know. But if you happen to be locked in the house, try to make some new friends. Go on social media, go on Omegle, try to find an escape. And this could kind of this what do you call it? This I guess this way, this bullet point, this, I don't even know what to call it. This strategy, I guess this strategy kind of intertwines with another one, and that would be getting your mind off it, right? Distracting yourself. The key is to just distract yourself from whatever it is that's trying to bring you down, right? So try to find an escape. Try to find something that takes your mind off of it, whether it's watching YouTube videos, whether it's researching, whether it's, drawing in your coloring book, whether it's reading, whatever it is. If you feel like there's too much going on, going in, I can't even talk. If you feel like there's too much going on inside of your house, just lock yourself in your room. Find something for you to be distracted in. Find something for you to take your mind off of it. Play video games. Do whatever. Do whatever makes you happy, and do whatever takes your mind off of whatever's going on inside your house. So that's something that helped me. I remember growing up, like there'd be arguments. There'd be arguments in the house. I would hear screaming, I would hear yelling, I would hear things break, and when that happens, me, young Tomas, would hide in my room, lock my door, and play video games. That's what I would do. That's how I would avoid all the smoke. So all that being said, I hope this video is able to help you guys. I hope you're able to find one thing that's able to help you in this video. Again, I can't really give you I can't really give you the best advice because I've personally never really dealt with something like this before. I've had it pretty easy. I've had it pretty easy as compared to other families and other households. So I hope I'm able to offer good advice for my situation. I hope you're able to learn something. I hope you're able to take something away from this. And with all that being said, if you let this video motivated, inspired, or a better person, then I did my part. Other than that, peace, love, positivity. I love you guys. Take care of yourself. Peace.